Hi everyone, Sarah here today, and I am playing with a new beautiful kit, Be Kind, from Color Rush Studio, and I am really enjoying it. I did a lot of fussy cutting, if you can see up there to the right hand side. That's a lot of butterflies, and that's from one of the sheets of paper from the kit itself. I went ahead and fussy cut this piece out as well, and you just saw me cut it with my my cutter down just the center of those so I could rough up each side. I was not sure how I was going to use this or what I was going to do. Honestly, it just was, the fussy cutting was something to keep me occupied the other night. I knew I was going to do it anyway, so why not? And you see me playing here, trying to figure out, am I going to use a colored background? Am I going to use, white? Or I tried multiple different colors if you couldn't tell. But in the end, I do decide for white. And I'm also going to cut this cute little butterfly off. But, I mean, I'm not going to just chop it off and not use it. So, of course, I had to fussy cut around it. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm fixing to chop it off of there. But I will cut it off from that extra piece of paper because I want to use it as well. And then I'll just set it up in the little patch, up with the stuff, the rest of my kit. I can't talk. I apologize. But, yeah, so that's what I went ahead and did with that. Here, I'm cutting just some random strips of paper because I wanted to add more to this layout. So that's what I'm doing there. I'm going to go ahead and stack a couple more pieces up top. I'm using these off-white pieces. It's actually out of the paper that I fussy cut the big flower and doily out of. That's what that off-white paper came from. And I was putting those in between some of the layers just to add a little breakup of the colors, just so it was a little easier on the eyes. Here are some tags that I had went ahead and cut out from one of the cut apart sheets from the kit. And I'm just trying to decide, I'm picking out the ones that I think are more likely that I'll use on this layout. I really am not sure where I'm going with this layout at this point. I'm literally stuck on the top of the layout. I haven't done anything else. I liked that gingham checked pink tag right there. So I went ahead and slid it under my photo. It's not going to stay there. It will stay on the layout, but it's not going to stay there. Here, I went ahead and grabbed another piece of paper from the kit that kind of had some of the same striped layers that the top part of my page has. And I cut those apart so I could layer them how I want to. And I am so sorry that some of this is off camera. I need to put a piece of washi on my desk again to keep me up to where it can be seen. I do move it here in just a second. But right now I'm cutting up different pieces to put along the bottom piece. I'm cutting another piece out from another one. There's two of the pieces that I used for that top part of the page. So I actually went in and cut another one of those pink strips out with the numbers on it so that I can make it longer, which you'll see me do here in just a second. You see both pieces there. Right now, I'm actually adhering just one of those off-white pieces at the bottom. There you go. I went ahead and moved it. But I'm going to adhere these two together so that it's long enough for where I want it. I want it to go almost all the way across the layout, but not completely across the layout. So that's what I was doing with that. This is another piece. This piece that I'm using right now is actually from my first layout. It was the part that I cut out from the center of my wreath that I used. What's the point of throwing it away? You can always use it. I try not to throw things away from my kit if I can help it. I figure I can always find a way to use it. I'm adding pieces on top, underneath. I'm just kind of getting it to where I like the way the layers are. I'm also putting the adhesive just down at the bottom of each of these pieces that are being connected to the page. That way, if I decide later that I want to tuck something else in, I don't have to worry about having to pull something up, possibly ripping the paper or anything like that. I do put a little more adhesive on this piece because it is so big, and it's got a side piece as well. So I went ahead and put some adhesive on there. And I'm going to go, these are, with the fact that those are individual pieces because of the way I cut them, I had to put a little more adhesive on the pink one than I thought I was going to. So here I am. I went ahead and put them back where I wanted them at, or where at least I thought I wanted them. And now I'm going from the bottom up, going ahead and adding adhesive to those and adhering them down. And that's what I put the off-white in between the pretty floral layer and then the greenery layer that is on the one right below that one. So at this point, I thought that I was going to keep it like that, but I decide I'm going to stick the tag on this side. And so I cut it down and I go ahead and stick my tag under. And I was trying to figure out, I didn't want to waste this. So I actually cut the bottom off and added a little of that gingham down at the bottom too. Was trying to figure out if I was going to use another tag, decided against it. And then I pulled out some of these fussy cut butterflies and I'm trying to find a place for them. And I remembered I wanted a smaller one. And I remember there was some in the ephemera pack that came in this kit. And this is actually a green one and it was smaller. But I wanted to cut some of that white off. There was just too much for me. And so I went ahead and went through and fussy cut around this until I was happy with the way it looked. And then I will put that up there on my layout as well. I keep messing around trying to figure out where I'm going to put it, but I do decide up there to the right. It's kind of cool because the two butterflies on the bottom, they're actually connected because of the way they were on the paper. So I like that. This is a little tag off of the sticker sheet, the 12 by 12 sticker sheet that you can get. I cut it in half so that I could stick a piece up at the top and a piece down on the bottom. I stuck that one underneath my daughter's photo and then the other one just on the top of those layers. This is, I'm sitting here getting stickers. I still use my arm and I swear, I know some of y'all have seen me use it. I actually have the powder tool to get them to where they're not sticky. Just happen to use my arm and it's literally right there on my desk, right behind those pretty flowers. This picture is one of our little outings. We went to get beads and stuff for her to make some jewelry and she may have cut all of her hair off, but she is obsessed with these beautiful little Greek god type, what are they called? Headbands and stuff like that. She thinks they are so beautiful. And so I had to get a picture of her in her new headband. And that's what I was scrapbooking. And on the back of my layout, I'll do some of my journaling about, you know, our day out and what we did and everything. While I was blabbering, I went ahead and put some adhesive, some 3D foam on the back of my photo and adhered it down along with the tag. And I put some foam in the centers of my butterflies so that they're popped up off the page, but that's the only part of them that is adhered down is the center portion, and that's it. That way that there's still some more dimension on the layout and everything's not just flat. I guess really with most of my layouts, things aren't just flat because I rough up all the edges. Here I'm going ahead and adding some down at the bottom as well. And making sure I rough up these edges so that I can go ahead and stick that down. I'm going to stick my butterflies down. And really, you won't see a lot of that pink gingham down there at the bottom because the butterfly does go over it. But it is a little bit of a, you know, just a little layer. This has become my go-to. It's some ornate gold chroma mist. And I'm splattering it all over my layout. Because this stuff, it's not so gold that it's in your face, which I have one of those that I could do as well. But it's more subtle, and you saw a little hand come in there and point. My youngest was trying to tell me what to do to change, you know, add some more gold here and stuff like that. She likes the splattering. But I went ahead and added that to my layout just to add some shine, really. And I grabbed some stickers from the 12 by 12 sticker sheet, and it says Bloom Sunshine. There's probably a lot of y'all out there that call their kids Sunshine from time to time or whatever. So it's not specific to just one of my kids, but I just thought that the two together were cute. Plus, I liked what looked like the little Scrabble tabs, and they have a little bit of wood grain. Here, I'm digging through a little bit of everything, pulling stuff out, trying to figure out what I want to do. I grabbed that chipboard piece off that sheet, and it says, Let Your Dreams Blossom. I pulled off this sticker from the 12 by 12 sticker sheet that I put up there to the right. And then I'm also grabbing one of the cut-aparts, and I wasn't paying close enough attention, but I decided to fussy cut this other piece out. I'll just use it on another layout, so no big deal. But I fussy cut this other piece out. It's a envelope with a doily and a butterfly and some flowers and stuff, and I thought I was going to use it on this layout. And like I said, I wasn't paying attention because I would have to put it on the side that I just looked at. That's why you saw me put it away real quick. I pulled up my green sticker, and I went ahead and cut this one in half. Put my green sticker back down and everything. I like the way those layers work. And I'm adding a little glue to make sure they stay down. Of course, because I already put them on my arm and tried to de-stickify them. I'm going to take the bottom part, and I will use it here in just a second as well. I am fussy cutting a label out of this one. Just to honestly add another layer, because I like adding the layers. I'm going to stick it down below this yellow butterfly, and then I'm going to stick that chipboard piece right on top of it that says let your dreams blossom. And then I fought with it for a second because it didn't want to stick down correctly because there was so much roughing up on the other side. This is the bottom part of that sticker that I stuck down behind the pink butterfly. I stuck it up at the top. I'm going to grab some twine from my stash and run it through my tag there, and that'll end this layout. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this process video. Make sure to check out Color Rush Studios. Links will be below. Grab your kit while you can. And thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a great day. Bye!